Hello everyone, this is Bolloji Vasishta from Aerobee section. Today I am going to explain about primary cell, which is a dry cell. So introduction about a dry cell. A dry cell is a type of electricity producing chemical cell which is developed in the year 1886 by the German scientist named as Karl Gassner. A common dry cell is a zinc carbon cell. It is also called as Leclanche cell with nominal voltage of 1.5 volt, the same as an alkaline cell since both use the same zinc manganese dioxide combination. So zinc carbon cell made with manganese dioxide and zinc are prime materials, and zinc carbon battery is one of the most widely used battery. The battery is suitable for use in powerful light, a flashlight, a calculator, etc. As we can see in daily life, we use this types of small cell batteries which are used in remotes, remote controls, and calculators, and also in flashlights. So the raw materials which are used to make the dry cell are zinc can, separator and a bottom paper, zinc chloride, aluminum oxide, water and mercury, manganese, acetylene black, PVC tube, gasket and negative terminal, carbon rod, vent washers, red rings, and jackets. So the zinc can is the outer part of the battery, and the inside part contains a carbon rod which acts as an anode and a cathode. And there are two separator and the bottom papers which are used in protection, which are used as protectors, and the zeolitic substance which we use inside the battery are zinc chloride, aluminum oxide, water, mercury, and etc. The cathodic mixture production. So as you can see, this is an important step in making the batter in the cell in a dry cell. Manganese is added in a container along with a reagent. Acetylene black is added. Acetylene black is the chemical which offers conduction. The mixture weighing 150 kg is mixed and spinned for 4 minutes. After 4 minutes, 19.2% ES is sprayed into the mixture 150 liters, and the wet mixture is spinned for 3 minutes. From every batch of mix, a small sample is taken for test. As ES station, the wet mixture of liquid sprayed into the chemicals are stored in the ES station. Zinc chloride, aluminum oxide, and water are mixed with mercury to form an electrolytic solution as ES. ES is known as electrolytic solution. The percentage of mercury varies depending on the type of mix we required. As we can see, these total types of mixture are added to the zinc, and zinc can. Inside the zinc can, we have to keep this all electrolytic solution so that the conduction of electricity happens inside the batteries. So the manufacturing process of a dry cell contains the zinc can. Here we can see this is a zinc can. This is the outer protection layer of a dry cell. A zinc can function as both container and anode material. As we can see, there we will keep an cathode rod inside the zinc can. It acts as cathode. So as you can see, this is a separator and a bottom paper. Inserting a separator and a bottom paper are inserted to prevent short circuits of positive and negative electrodes. As we can see, it is for safety purpose. We use bottom paper and a separator which will not pass electricity through outside the zinc can. So the filling material, it is an important thing in which which acts as cathodic part, as the zinc is acting as anodic part. You have to fill a mixture of manganese dioxide, electrolyte, and others are filled as a cathodic material. These total materials are acting as a cathode. And a carbon rod. Inserting a carbon rod is a very important process in the dry cell making. As we can see, this is all the these are all cathodic substances which are electrolytes and manganese particles. As we can see, the carbon rod inserted in a carbon rod for collecting electricity is inserted in the center of the zinc can. So gasket. A sealing process which is called as gasket, which seals all the all the electrolytic particles, manganese and all cathodic substances and the carbon rod. We have to cover it with a gasket. A gasket which is the upper part of the dry cell, which is used as the which we can use as a positive or negative terminal. It also prevents from the leakage and the drying of the cathodic particles inside it. It is a plastic gasket for sealing. It is fitted to prevent leakage and drying. Next, as we can see, this gasket is used as a positive terminal, and the negative terminal is added below the dry cell, and a washer is attached to it. And the resin tube is also added to the zinc container, which will not produce electricity on the outside zinc can. Also, to protect the zinc can, we are using a resin tube. Fitting a negative terminal and resin. A negative terminal and a washer are placed on the bottom of zinc can and shrink vapor by resin tube. So, putting the positive terminal and metal jacket. See, as we can see, this is a positive terminal. It is a carbon rod. This total positive terminal and a negative terminal, which is kept inside, is covered with washers. These washers are made of plastic, which are helpful to get a grip over it. And we have to put a metal jacket, which covers total resin tube and a zinc. And inside that, we are keeping an outside metal jacket. A positive terminal and a washer are placed on the top of the battery and covered by a metal jacket. So this is the total dry cell battery which we are seeing now, which is totally made up of a battery is inspected on its voltage, current and appearance. The batteries are packed in export cartons which are used to transport all over the places which the batteries are needed. The batteries are transported to the port. The batteries are shipped to customers all over the world. So, what are the environmental impacts caused by the making of a dry cell? Thousands of tons of zinc carbon batteries are discarded every year around the world and often not recycled. As we can see, these dry cells are not recyclable, and once we use up all the electricity inside it, we cannot recharge it. So there are total piles of zinc carbon batteries are discarded every year around the world. In US, the state of California considers all batteries are hazardous wastes when discarded and banned the disposal of batteries with other domestic wastage. As we can see, these are very harmful to our human life and also to the normal life that present around the wastages. And the zinc carbon batteries must not be thrown in the domestic waste. Most stores that sell batteries are required by law to accept old batteries for recycling, as we can make recycling so that it will not impact the environmental pollution. Safety aspects and ethics of manufacturing. So when we are manufacturing an dry cell, we have to take some precautions. Protective gloves must be worn during the operation. Mask must be worn in the area of cathode mixture department. Safety shoes must be worn in the production plant. Lab coats must be worn in the inspection area. Apron must be worn in the production plant. So this is all about the dry cell manufacturing and the process of every process of a dry cell, and also the manufacturing defects and also the environmental impacts. Hope you all understood. Thank you.